I think we sang out to the right one. I'm making sure we sang out to the right scene. It does not look like it. But welcome back. We are back for the next one of the double header, triple header, as it were. And I am Pix. We have Mariah here. I am trying to figure out exactly which scene we need to be on.
All right. Well, while we're figuring that out, this is, yes, the third race of the night. We had one at 6, one at 8, and now one at 10. We actually had a race before the 6 p.m. as well. Scheduled change last minute happened at about 5:30 p.m. VOD restream pending at some point in the future. But yeah, welcome back, everyone. I have seen both of the races that have happened so far. I didn't see the other one that was scheduled changed at the last minute, but based on what I've seen, I have deemed October 10th, 2023 a terrible day to run seeds. So we'll see what Shatty and Sigil get here tonight. This is actually a phenomenal Z1R matchup between these two. That's an inside joke for anyone who doesn't know. Both these runners, very good Z1R runners, and probably not the most professional expert Z2R runner. Shatty's been in a few tournaments in the past, but hasn't given he hasn't made it too far in any of the tournaments. This year, he's been grinding out a little bit more. Sigil, on the other hand, this is, I believe, his first Z2R tournament ever, and I don't know how much experience he has had previous to joining. He did step into the Upstarts. He did enroll in the Upstarts tournament that happened previous to this standard tournament, but he did have to step out, unfortunately, so he did not get any additional experience at that point running seeds and whatnot with everyone else. So we are about to get started here. It's always fun to watch our runners explore these continents right off the bat, try to identify what biomes we're in. We've had a lot of mountainous biomes so far. Let's hope for less mountainous. Yeah, I don't know. Might be mountainous. Could be vanilla like. I think we need a little bit more information. We are side by side. Jump Town happens to be Raru today. Yeah, could be vanilla like. There's some mountains around us, which could just be it could be one or the other. It could be a slightly open mountainous area right here, or it could be a slightly mountainous vanilla like right where we start. Hard to tell. But both of our runners are going to have jump right off the bat here, which is going to get them downstab whenever we see Mito. Exactly castable at Magic 1, 64 Magic. I don't think we saw any hints on the first screen there. We're going to check this last screen. Do we get anything? The child knows nothing. Okay. And so here we are off to see a little bit more of our continent. I mean, honestly, we could be in like a caldera. We could be, we see all the mountains on the south side. That could actually be our map border. Right into Fairy Cave for both of them. They're both doing the same thing because these are the locations that are right next to the start. There's no real reason to veer off from where we are. Magic Container Cave on Shatty's side. I'm sure Sigil will be here shortly. Candelon makes this cave pretty easy. Able to see what enemies we've got down in here. Taking the life level. I agree with that. Get yourself a little bit more defense. Oh, that P-bag that falls into the hole there might be tough. I mean, you can get that, but it does take a little finagling, and most people will just go buy it because it's just not worth the time to try to get it. Could be a fat 500 bag, though. You never know. No, it was 50, as Sigil's showing us right there. So Shatty not missing out on too much. Looking like a caldera. Looking like a caldera, actually. Seeing the caldera up there just north of this medicine cave. Yeah, Sigil about to get his raft here in Magic Container Cave as well. Shatty with the death here in Medicine Cave. Attack 1, usually not the best attack to be killing things with. I'm sure we're looking for some attack levels here. Trying to do a little dancing around there with the rocks flying across the screen. Boomerangs high and low. Takes the second death, though. He gets the other stuff out of the way, so it's just him and the gorilla. There might be one other enemy back here. There is just a red bit. Okay. Nice jar, just what we wanted. Sigil with the life refill in Raru there. He will also be walking into his medicine cave here in a moment. Gonna take the magic level on Shatty side. Probably gonna up an A out of here. He's already taken 2 deaths. He just needs to make it past this red moblin. 4 across. Okay, well, nice to have if we see the east anytime soon. We've got invisible Moas. I think we saw a town just west or northwest of Medicine Cave up there. Not 100% sure. Gonna check King's Tomb for the hint. Does this woman know anything? No. The dictionary definition of a caldera, I believe, is just going to be inactive volcano lake or volcanic lake. Thunder and Saria for free. But yes, it is big old mountainous lake there that separates our west. Well, in this case, it is a horizontal caldera. So it could also be a vertical caldera as well. Happens to be horizontal today, so we've got our east and west sides of our western continent. Looks like jump cave to get through into the interior of it. And, we've got the spell jump, so we might have to go through. I didn't see what was in that other town there. Looks like we might be a little low on locations here on this side, so we might be going into the caldera right off the bat. And the guy at the front of Saria knows nothing. We're going to be getting our thunder spell out of here. Sigil checking the backside. Alright, Sigil about to show me what I missed in Rudo here. Spelltown. Okay, we're going to go in for potential hints. You never know. This could be the play. This might get him something. All right, East Hammer. We'll see if that is useful information at all. East Hammer, East Trophy. Okay. Yeah, so from Sigil's side, he's a slightly less experienced runner. Once you get one NPC hint in a town, you can only get one. You can only get one non-spell item hint in a town. So checking those last 2 NPCs would always yield I know nothing. I was going to say Shatty, hoping for that attack too, gets it there. Both of them in the exact same encounter are going out right. I'm assuming Shatty's not down a life at all at this point. He's starting to come in here. This red Dyra right in front could be worth a big fat 200 in this flag set. Could be worth 50 or 70, I think is the lowest one of those. 100, not super worth, but worth enough. Takes another life level there. There's Sigil with his attack level. Another red Dyra. Hello. Well, if we could pin him up against the wall, gets the double axe, unfortunately. Takes all those hits, going to take a death there. Yeah, if you can pin those 2 up against the wall, it'll just simply kind of stun lock them there. Oh, and now the red Dyra is on the other side. Okay. So the trick here, yeah, you could do it this way. You could do it this way real slow. I would bring it back further again and get the several hits on him, but okay, well, if attack 2 is that good, let's just do it that way. The other way is to neutral jump over him and then pin him up against the edge there. All right, getting the Bagu hint. Shatty not trusting that he's going to reach that 440 necessarily. Oh, here's a bag, 200. Okay. Sigil getting his thunder spell here. Yeah, the 200 bag's nice, so we're going to be able to get through here. It's entirely possible as well that he felt he was just going to get to this palace inside the caldera and just up an A. Maybe just wanted to take that magic level. Sigil gonna check over here. I don't think we had anything over here. It looks pretty empty. Looks like we're gonna be forced into Jump Cave. Got 3 or 6 in the Caldera. Are we gonna do some statue grinding? We might do some statue grinding here. These guys can be worth anywhere between 50 to 200 experience in this flag set. Oh, a little too fast there. Yeah, nothing on King's Tomb. Oh, we've got, okay, I thought Sigil might have had a little bit of extra information down here, but no, we just hit the bottom of the map there. Shatty with a game over, fortunately inside of a palace here, so he just starts back at start. We don't know how much these guys are worth yet. So once the red Iron Knuckle, any Iron Knuckle, starts swinging, you really got to let them swing. They swing, you swing, they swing, you swing. It's kind of this back and forth. You can't go in on them aggressively once they start swinging. You're just going to land on their weapon. But Shatty's out of there. I think Shatty took an up and A right there at the end there. Grass tile immediately upon exit. Magic container. We got a cave. We're missing one pass-through cave because it takes 2 to get through the caldera. There's only 3 pass-throughs on the west. This could be one right here, or the other. Or no, we saw Fairy Cave. We saw all 3 of them. Yeah, we saw all 3 of them. So never mind. The all-item caves and possible continent connectors over here if we see more caves. We also have a raft, so we can see a raft tile. We can see the bridge. There's all kinds of possibilities here. Magic key. Okay. All right, maybe I revised my statement from earlier saying running a seed before 10 p.m. on October 10th, 2023 is a bad idea. That's 10 p.m. Eastern, of course. Sigil making it through the second screen here in Jump Cave. Yeah, he's just got to make it to the middle, and he'll be able to up and A at the palace. We'll see if he sticks around for some grinding on the Iron Knuckles. 10 p.m. on 10/10. Yes, yes. Another magic container cave here in Trophy Cave. Yeah, Eastern Time is essentially American Standard Time. And Sigil makes it perfect. Thunder's 103. Didn't see that at first. Got a raft tile here. And we've got Mito going to be getting our downstep technique. No medicine for the life spell. I wonder if it's in a surrounding cave somewhere. Shatty skipping the hint there. Oh, Sigil jumping into this palace. It is P6. Wow. This is a pretty bold play here. This is out of logic. Immediately glove blocked, and he's out. So that's good for him. Medicine in the maze. Okay. Sigil through Parappa Cave, onto the grass tile, magic container here. He'll be in the heart container cave just north to get his key in a moment. 1-ups in the drop pool as well, large enemy drop pool in the outside world. And we are off to the east here on Shatty's side, looking kind of vanilla-like, but we could also have another east-west horizontal volcano with that lava that's just kind of sitting there. 7 containers to get into the basement, and don't do the spell. Shatty did not look for the hint, so again, that's going to be east hammer, east trophy. Sigil about to get another magic container here. Yeah, we'll have to see if we can cast fire. I imagine we might be able to. We can. 83. We've got 96 magic here. He's gonna... Oh. I don't know if he was missing any health. Or... Okay, it's shield, actually. It's shield. Sigil also about to get down stab. Not too far behind Shatty. It's been linear this entire time. No real choices to make. South looking like it's gonna be an item cave. Yeah, I'm gonna say we have a volcano here on the east. I'm sorry, was there a hint there on Sigil's side? Because Shatty skipped that house, if there was a hint. No hint. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I watched Sigil do that if he was going to do that, and he did, but there's no hint there. So Shatty gets out of jail for free here. That cross coming in handy already. We saw what would have been an invisible Moa right there in Risen Peabag Cave. Hammer acquired for Shatty. No hint required here. He's just going to grab it. And at this point, at this point, the hammer can get us access to, possibly, if we see it on the east, is going to be a forest tile, or if we need to go into Death Mountain, it's going to be Speck Rock. So nothing boulder blocked on the west as far as I could see. Yeah, Fairy's going to be around here somewhere. But we do have the magic key as well, so... Did Sigil not check Heart Container Cave for the magic key? $100 for the Red Iron Knuckles. Yeah, that's gonna hurt him if he did not go into Heart Container Cave there. That was right next to Grass Tile. Here's Sunken Peabag Cave, just east of Risen Peabag Cave. Yeah, he doesn't have it on his own personal tracker, so I'm going to say that... Okay, so I wasn't sure if I saw Shatty in this cave or not. Yeah, Shatty does not have this cave tracked, so I don't know what this could be. I mean, it could be Glove. Is Shatty trying to give the Lizalfa hugs? What do we got in Pillar Peabag Cave? The Child. That could actually be... Reflect? Yeah, looks like we had Fairy and Old Kasuto there. Didn't see how much it is to cast, but again, it doesn't really matter because we have the key. Heart in Sunken Peabag Cave. Now, Sigil does have a tracker, right? So he's going to see that, hey, I'm missing a cave. And maybe he's going to go walk. He looks like he's walking up. He looks like he's... Nope, okay. There wasn't much to see on the west side of the map, so I assume he's going to just kind of stay over here. Unfortunately, finds the Lost Woods and counter tiles and gets hit by this red dire here. Just worth 100 for this guy. Kind of worth it at this point. We still need like in the 400s for levels. The other 3-6 here on the west. Oh, Shatty's coming back. Okay, so Shatty's coming back. He's going to see this right here. Sigil about to test out the raft. Yeah, we haven't seen the northern side of this side of the volcano here in the east. All right, Shatty adopts. Gonna be fire for Sigil if he wants it. I think we're coming in. If at the very least to see how many containers it's gonna take, needs 7. Yeah, so from Shatty's side, that is everything on the west as far as he knows. Unless there's some hidden cave down here. I don't think there is. This is where Sigil poked his head just a moment ago. Yeah, so east is where we're going. Again, we do have the key, so... And downstab, so if our runners wanted to go into 3 or 6 here. I don't know if we have access to any palace on our open eastern side of our volcano. We'll see if Sigil goes up that way. I think he's going to check fire as spell, which it is unfortunately not. It's very expensive to cast, so Shatty kind of got lucky there on his cast. Yep, Sigil seeing that his tunic changes colors, and he knows it's shield now. Alright, so we know that this is 3, and we know that 6 is in the caldera. So Rebanak being the boss that's made easy by downstab. Shatty's gonna be glad to find that first, I'm sure. Yeah, this elevator is actually just nothing on both sides. Sigil back into down. I saw him do downstab, and I just wanted to say downstab cave. Into sunken P-bag cave. Oof. Oh, that's a game over there. Luckily, again, still in a palace. All right, so Shatty back to start. He's going to see if there's anything over here. Again, Sigil kind of combed over this a little bit more efficiently and showed us that there's nothing over here. It is through the caldera. I don't know how many lives Sigil has left, but hopefully he does not game over here in the east. Okay, we're going to check through Fairy Cave here. Not the worst check in the world. We've seen this more than once where a pass-through cave on a caldera actually connects to something useful. And it's not the other side of the caldera, because we didn't see the backside of Fairy, I don't believe. There is a 500 bag right there. Oh, nice boulder block there outside. Okay, cool story. That's an up and A. Luckily, Sigil does have that cross. He's going to be able to see that MOA here. I think this is just a heart. Oh, this is the hammer. This is the hammer for Sigil. If he makes, wow, look at that. Almost 3 bars of health there. Life 3 getting hit by that MOA. I mean, Shatty was able to put the hammer to use, so yeah, its real usefulness still pending, though. We may not have a forest tile on the east, and we may not ever step foot in Death Mountain. We're shielded on the way out of Risen here. We are still taking a ton of damage. Oh boy, that's it. Game over and back to the west side of the west. So from Sigil's side, again, he's still missing that hard container cave. It's on his tracker. He knows this. And so he might be coming up. Nope, he's going to go back into the caldera. Okay. Unfortunately, taking the death right there so early on. Shatty going to be jumping into P6 here. We'll see the windows in just a moment. But unfortunately, there is a glove block, so we can't do this. We might see him go back to 3. I don't know what that other... We had a 2/5. I believe it was 5. I got a real quick look at that when I saw Sigil in there. And I don't remember seeing a jar come out of the statue there. Shatty looking for that 570. Might have been worth letting it ride to that 730. That life level could have been nice to have. And Shatty back out the other side of the caldera. I assume, well, again, he might come back to 3, or we might just go back to the east. Hoping that Sigil, when he walks out of this caldera on the other side, that he sees that cave and realizes, hey, I've not been in there yet. All right, so Shatty go north. Okay, there is a cave face. Okay. Looks like we had a little boots blocked area up there, but it's not really because we had pass-through access on the south side that would have taken us up to the top side of this one half of our volcano biome. So I wonder if there's something hiding up there. Shatty going to come through the cave, and then, of course, with Fairy, makes this pretty easy little fairy feet action. At this point, he's showing off. So we've got P1 here in the volcano. We have no hints for palace items just yet, so is anyone's guess as to what we might find there? Find the horse immediately. That means the item is going to be somewhere left of start. Is it? You know, it's probably worth placing it for life 5 here. That's fine. Nope, Shatty's going to take it out and go do other things with it. Now, I think Shatty's down a life, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but he might be down 1 life. And hopefully he doesn't get himself in trouble here. Sigil now in Old Kasuto. Again, Cross coming in handy there. Shatty would have shown us that already as well. Cross, very nice to have when you're doing early Eastern digs. Wow, this is a jump fairy block from this side in this room that Shatty's in. A little tricky when you got one guy. Okay, got him. He got him. I think he got a 1 up there. I didn't see the Stathos dropped something, unless we got a quick grab on a jar or something. Nope, we got a 1 up because he's got 3 lives. All right, Shatty's got 2 more lefts here. Sigil checking the top side there. There is... Where does that cave go? Oh, another palace up here. Oh, it's just a pass-through, but the water tiles up here, P4. We don't have the reflect spell, so we're not going to be doing that, but that's good information. The only thing... I mean, it's not really that big of a find. Like, once Shatty reaches the other side of the east here, he knows he's looking for another palace. Now, unless there's like a... Unless there's a 3-eyed rock over there, something that's going to troll him and make him look for the flute. Oh, I guess we're still missing a palace anyway. Shatty going to try to fight this Mago here. Could be here for a moment, but he also might get lucky on the spawns here. This Mago could be worth up to 500 experience in this flag set. I think... Oh, can we cast Thunder yet? We should be able to cast Thunder. Just Thunder him. Shatty gonna give up on that guy. Okay. Got a blue iron knuckle here. Could be worth 300, but it also could be worth only 70. That's worth 100. Okay. Sigil turns around for the swing and unfortunately gets hit by the orange Lizalfo there. Shatty's still trying to get the 700 experience. He may want to just place this for attack 4, but I would say if you're really going to save that gem, if you really want... well, no, I don't know. I don't think there's a good play. I'm trying to figure out how to maximize this for attack 4, life 5, but I don't think there's a good way to do it without wasting a bunch of time, unless he gets a big fat bag here. Nope. Okay, I'm going to assume that this room right here that Shatty's in loops into itself. We're back in P4 for Sigil here. I mean, like if this is the glove or something, that would be nice, but he's not going to be able to finish the palace. Not without the reflect spell. Yeah, unfortunately, when the Staphos is on the edge like that, he is stuck. This is our item room if Sigil goes left. Okay, we got orange Iron Knuckles in the dripper. Looks kind of tempting, but there's really no method to the madness on whether you see a blue drip or not. So, you know, if the thing just keeps dripping blue and you just keep getting 50 experience point orange Iron Knuckles, that's fine, but you could also be standing there for a minute before it drips blue again, which is kind of just a waste of time for 50 XP. All right, so Shatty just went ahead and got that attack 4, and he's going to place a gem for the life 5. Okay. All right, first gem down for Shatty. 28 minutes, about 28 minutes, we'll say. He did step out for a little while to get that experience. And he's going to go off to the other side of the east here. See, Shatty has some fans in chat tonight, letting him know he's doing it wrong. I'm sure Shatty will be able to make a guess as to who that may be in the future. All right, we're going to get our last town here. This is going to be Darunia, and we have the child, so... It is Reflect. Yes, it is Reflect. Okay, so if Sigil kept cruising over to the west side here, he'd have his Reflect spell. Fortunately, getting beamed by the blue Iron Knuckle down to his last life here. I'm sorry, wait, was this... Wait, am I... Sorry, we're in Nibiru. What did I say? Darunia? I don't know. Did I look away for a moment? Sorry. Darunia is still out there, though. Did we see it earlier? Maybe we saw it earlier. I could have swore we saw 3 towns on the east side of our eastern continent. All right, we're looking for hints here in Nibiru. West to find the magic key. Well, that's good for Sigil. Yeah, unfortunately, you will notice that the inexperience on Sigil's side catching him here. He's checking kind of all these rooms. Some of these are just decorative elevator rooms with nothing other than just the elevator to take you down to the next room or up to the next room. The left and rights are just nothing. A good question. Why did you build a room like that? I'm not sure. All right, I was going to say this is a cave that's going to be a connector to Maze Island. Okay, we got Desert Tile down there. Here's Darunia. Hey. So is this the this is the shield spell? If I've got all my spells correct. We're going in for upstab though. No, it's all good. Shatty is Shatty's aware of his fan club. All right, upstab acquired. Still looking around for stuff in P4 here. Sigil, unfortunately, seeing the item room but not realizing it. Again, kind of the inexperience with the rando, not seeing that community item room there. And then, again, if he finds the boss, he's not going to be able to do anything to it. Oh, we're going in for shield. Okay. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than fire right now, but fire is going to come down in cost pretty quickly. Guma has a magic container today. Okay. That would technically be our 7th magic container, but then there'd still be one more out there. If if we really wanted to get access to the basement. We may need it, or I was gonna say maybe the gloves right here. So we got boots on desert tile. Shatty has not seen, again, from Shatty's perspective, he didn't see the top side of the eastern side. Okay, follow me, people. The top side of the eastern side of our eastern continent, right, where Sigil's at right now. He's missing a palace on his side. He's missing the water tile. Again, both of our runners running trackers, so they know what they're missing. They know what they have not found on a particular continent. I also didn't see if we saw a palace on that side. Just a one-up in the first drop on Maze Island. Yeah, it looks like Sigil's getting looped around here. GP on the maze, and there's a bridge there on the northwest corner. That's going to be DM. We don't have a glove hint or anything, so it's simply just keep clearing until you find it. But this might be on the maze. It might be... Well, here's what we know, right? We know water tile's still outstanding. We don't know what's on that. But we have 3 locations left. It's going to be water tile, basement, and spell tower. One of those is the trophy, which we got the hint for earlier. And the trophy is for the spell, so it can't be in the spell tower. So 50-50 on water tile or basement being the trophy. Wow, that's another loop for Sigil here. Oh my god. I am wondering now what is in that item room, though. You know, he's yet to make his way back there. Shatty doing the old full clear of Maze Island here. You find the item, you found one of the 2 items immediately, and then, of course, you find the second item 7 minutes later after you full cleared the entire island. A little premature excitement that, oh, this might be a quick Maze Island. Now the question is he going into Death Mountain as well? Well, he's got 5 lives. Wow, okay. Sigil taking a death here to get his magic back. Shatty not finding this item. Good lord. I've not paid super close attention to where he's been on this maze just yet. Sigil is in just loop central over here. Is this our second item? It is. It's the medicine. Oh, did we know that? We knew that. We knew that. I forgot Shatty got that hint. That's for the life spell. Yeah, both of our runners are probably going to be liking the life spell, so we're kind of hoping it's not going to be only 1 bar refill. In this flag set, it can refill anywhere between 1 and 5 bars. And we're going to check Death Mountain here. We got the hammer, right? So we can do a full clear. It's an island's DM, and we've got the boots, so we just simply walk around until we see a rock, and we can kind of check some suspicious caves to see if we can find Hammer Cave. All right, item room for Sigil here. What do we have? As long as he doesn't get knocked into the floor. If he gets knocked onto the floor, oh boy, it's just a heart? Okay. So no real big find here. That was a lot of time spent in there for just a heart, unfortunately. I guess Shatty's benefit is that because he's not going to have to take this pass-through cave to the top side, he'll just be able to walk across the water. Was there another connection to DM there? Was there a cave connection to DM? Okay, there's our other palace. Got it. I mean, we know it's not 4, it's not the maze. What haven't we seen yet? It's either 2 or 5, right? I believe 2. Okay, yeah, I thought it was correct. 5 is on the west, so 2 is here. All right, Sigil is going into the volcano. I'm sure he'll give it a shot at P1. Love fairy block for Shatty here. Alright, Sigil up in A's, gets his resources back, and we'll see if he dives into P1. Nope, he's going to keep going. Now, he knows where the water tile's at, right? So, when he gets the boots off the desert tile, is he going to check that water tile? I don't know. It's kind of a far walk back, right? Now, interesting that Sigil jumped into P4 without the reflect spell, but says no to P1. Maybe he just feels burned by palaces at this point. He knows reflect is over on this side, though. Yeah, so this is a dead end room. I don't know if Shatty was looking for a P bag or a key at the end of this. Presumably not a key, seeing as he has the magic key. But if he wanted like a P bag or something, unfortunately, that dead end room does not spawn a small item with the when the falling blocks are in there. I don't know if it's supposed to, and that the falling blocks just kind of overwrite that. But the fancy moves there from Shatty. Goes high. Yeah, he wanted that P bag because he's casting jump to get up here. Is he going to let it ride? He's going to take 1390. He's going to take the 1390. Reflect for Sigil. I don't know if Sigil found the boss room in 4. I don't remember if he saw it. If he did, I was looking away. He might have seen the boss room and then backed out of it, just realizing he doesn't have Reflect. He might have been in there just for the item the whole time. Okay, he did see the boss room. So if he goes back sometime soonish... There it is on Sigil, getting the hint. He's like, oh, the one cave I gambled on. Caves tonight in the seeds that have been raced so far. There have been caves in every seed that have caught somebody at some point. So here we are, Helmet Head in P2. Takes the death, unfortunately, was shielded. 1790 is going to be life 6. We'll see if Shatty lets it ride to attack 5. Our Sigil can save some time here. Oh, he's not going into the maze just yet, but he can save some time in the maze if he just kind of lucks into the right drops. So Shatty is about 1,500 experience shy here. I don't... You know, if you were going to let it ride to attack, then you'd place the gem for 1790, skip the level, and then just do the 18 and some change, whatever it is, for attack 5. It is possible he's looking for the item here. This is the same room. To be upstab for Sigil. Was it linear to Helmet Head's room? If it was, then not too big of a deal to come back, I assume. He might find some P-bags along the way. There's a P-bag, but unfortunately it's stuck in blocks. Yeah, he might just be trying to get both attack and life here. I mean, if you just keep cruising off in this direction to try to get the 1700... He'd probably want to be killing a few more things though along the way if he was hoping for something like P-bag drops and whatnot. All right, and shield for real for Sigil as well. Also with Guma hint there. About to be the boost for Sigil on the desert tile here. Yeah, so other than P1, he's all caught up to Shell and the Magic Key, I guess, which is really nice to have instead of having to relying to cast on instead of relying on Fairy to get through doors and have to cast that repeatedly. Here's our item room. Another heart. Wow. Well, glove can be, well, I mean, there's still a bunch of places it could be, right? It could be in any palace we haven't seen the item in just yet. It could be in either Death Mountain location. It could be in one of the two other locations we have still left on the east, which would be Spell Tower. Or we don't know which is the trophy. Again, we just talked about this, whether the trophy is going to be on the water tile or in the basement. We don't know. But whichever one is the trophy, the other one could then also be the glove. Yes, Shatty just passing up P-bags, although he's, yeah, I think he realizes that's the dead end room from earlier. Sigil trying to fight the orange Lizalfas, look like, for a moment, taking a lot of damage again in the process, and then noping out of that. I believe her other item was just north of the palace on Sigil's side. And this is going to be back to Helmet Head's room for Shatty. He's going to be placing his second gem here, 45 minutes in. We'll see if he lets it ride to attack 5. I am assuming he may. We have the shield spell, right? So the shield spell automatically doubles your effective health and doubles your defense, halves the amount of incoming damage, and therefore doubles your effective health. He is going to let it ride to 1870. Oh, here's the first drop for Sigil. Okay. Yeah, Shatty must have just lucked into this one. You saw this very early on when you walked in. Yeah, so from Shatty's perspective, he's still missing a palace on the east. And so this is probably why he's still walking around over here thinking, where is this palace at? I want to see what Shatty's going to do after he gets out of this encounter. And there's our GP sighting again on the island on Sigil's side. So Sigil and Shatty, it's two of the very similarly named people here. It's like when we did the Elsoa and Artea race. All right, we're going to DM for Shatty. Again, I mean, we got a free rock just sitting somewhere. And it shouldn't be too difficult to find Hammer Cave. Yeah, this cave facing south is kind of sus. And there it is. There's Hammer Cave. Shatty got 2 lives left there. Taking a little death. Hammer Cave should not pose too many problems for Shatty. I assume he's going to get this, but then he's going to have to walk out as well. There's our second item, our medicine for Sigil. We'll see what he does now. He's got the boots. He knows where the water tile is. I don't know if he peeked his head in the bridge area here. Sometimes if Hammer Cave is the easy find, you just go look for the rock before going into Hammer Cave, because then you got to walk out. But maybe this is the glove. I mean, if this is the glove, then you know, we're just gonna leave. All right, not the glove, but it is our 7th container. So the 8th container, as we know it, is going to be on P5. Yeah, apologies to anyone in chat who is asking questions or anything like that. Solo comms, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything on my side here. We'll see if we see the rock on Sigil's side first. He's not going to find that Hammer Cave just yet. I'm just waiting to see. I'm pausing because I'm waiting to see more of the world map as our runners leave these encounters here. My eyes are trying to comb over all the edges of the map as fast as they can when I'm watching both runners here. No rock sighting yet. Could be kind of in the... Oh, here we go. Shatty's got it. And what is it? Flute. Not going to be required today. Well... we got P3 and P6 still out there. We know P5 is a magic container. We know P4 is a heart. We know P1 was something else, not the glove. You know, P2 was not the glove. And so it's either Eastern Overworld location or P3, P6. That's right, P6 was glove blocked, so there where you can't have P6 be the glove. I believe P1 was also a heart, yeah. Alright, so Shatty's gonna walk it back here. It's not really a bad play. You gotta do a lot of walking on the west to get back to the eastern connector, so I don't think there's a really amazing way to do this. But from his perspective, he knows he's done with this side of the east, you know, at the very least, he knows that. All right, so Sigil with the flute there as well. The main logic of the randomizer does not require that anyone know any glitches whatsoever. No. Completely glitch-free. Not to say that you not to say that you can't go out of logic if you wanted to. But it is never required. And we're going to check the basement first. There it is, 7 containers. Okay, well, Sigil is technically on the right path here. I mean, he's going to get his 7th container, and he'll maybe check the basement as well. Shatty's got the gem lead, but if Sigil starts going into these palaces and, you know, doesn't need anything from them, he'll find Helmet Head before he finds the item. He'll find Horse Head if he just goes right before he looks for the item. So he'll save some time in those palaces. Again, Shatty even killed those bosses and walked away from them, not placing the gem at first. So he did spend a little bit of extra time in those palaces, whereas Sigil, I'm going to say won't have to, but you never know with any of the lesser experienced runners. We'll see if he wants to cut out any of these potential safeties. So yeah, we knew the trophy was going to be on the water tile just simply because it couldn't be in the spell tower, because it gives us the spell that gets us access to the spell tower. Shatty finding the same encounter a second time, probably ecstatic. And he's going to find his P4 right here. He's got Reflect, and he can do this. Yeah, tracker percent. Yeah. Found everything. He's just got one location left. That is not on the tracker, though. I mean, what could it be at this point? We know it could be a heart. That's about heart or nothing, right? But we have also got items in P6 and P3, which could be hearts. So, but we know that last magic container's in P5. Yeah, so I didn't see where Sigil had seen the boss room here in P4. We'll see how fast Shatty finds it. Oh no, wait. From Shatty's perspective, he's going to have all 8 hearts anyway, because the 8th heart is in here. So there's nothing in the spell tower, and there's nothing in 3 or 6? Wow. I mean, we were, you know, there's several P bags in the pool of available items as well, so it's just simply going to be P bags. Tries to get the fast fairy cast there. Oh, and a game over. He came into the palace. Low on lives. Rookie mistake. All right, Shatty, also going to check this double dead-end elevator room here. All right, so Sigil might be headed to, well, he's also going to skip Heart Container. It's right there when he comes out of the caldera. It's amazing that he's walking by it every single time. The Heart Container Cave is right there next to the grass tile and the exit of the caldera on the east side of the Western continent. But he's going to get his glove here in a moment, too, so he'll be off to the races. He's kind of got to cover some ground that Shatty's already covered. He's got to walk all the way back to the west side of this eastern volcano biome. And I don't know if he saw P2 down there in the corner. I'm not sure if he saw that. But, again, you know your logic, right? You know you're missing a palace. If he doesn't have that palace, he knows he's missing it. So, you know, he's been all over this side of the map, and he'll just go back to the other side of the map then. He's at least got to go into the caldera, right? So he's going to already be halfway there. Both of our runners in P4 here. Oh, is this our boss room? This is our boss room. Okay, let's do the jump fairy block. I did see Sigil in that room. I just didn't catch what was after it, but apparently it is Karak today. So instead of doing our palaces in order, Shatty is going to break sequence here and go 1, 2, 4. We'll see if Sigil just beelines for this room as well. If he remembers, he was in here just a little while ago, but it's possible he just doesn't have this mapped in his head. So the logic of the randomizer is that it wants you to have either the fairy spell or the magic key before you go into palaces. Other than that, clear the overworld as best as you can. The logic to get into palaces will be in the overworld somewhere. And from there, everything else is vanilla. Other than item locations, of course. We shuffle the item locations around. Or we shuffle the items around item locations. But, I mean, you need the Reflect spell to kill Karak. And I guess that's it. You don't need anything else to kill any of the other bosses. They're all beatable just with a regular sword. But in the standard seeds that we play here in the standard tournament, we do need to place all 6 gems before we can access Great Palace. And Thunder is, of course, required to kill Thunderbird, and Thunderbird is guaranteed to be on the path to Darklink. That's about it. Oh, Shatty's sticking around here in P5, finds the horsehead guarded item room here. He is going to get a magic container. He did get that hint. So Sigil not remembering where this boss is located, unfortunately, it seems. Yeah, this P4 is going to cost him immensely. Unfortunately, I just don't know why he was in here early without the reflect spell. I mean, it's fine to gamble on things, but gambling on P4 is a hell of a gamble, especially when you've got so much of the overworld still open and available. And, you know, part of that overworld does hold your... Wait. Yeah. Does hold your reflect spell that he needed to get through here to begin with. And unfortunately, he's looped back around to start. Yeah, almost falls into the lava there on Shatty's side. Yeah, so I totally missed it that Shatty walked back to the west to do FA. Okay, and this break is brought, the station identification break is brought to you by 60 Seconds of Silence. Apologies, folks. We got an alarm going off. One day we'll put the battery in the UPS. I swear it'll stop going off like this. It's probably almost done. All right, well, Shatty's still looking for Guma here as we do see Sigil enter into... Oh, no, the jump fairy block room. Does he not have enough magic to make it through any other lives and take a death? He's got to take the... He took an up and A there. That was right away. That was... I mean, if he was that low on magic, he should have up and A to begin with. He's got to cast Reflect at some point, right? I totally missed the reason for the up and A. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he had any extra lives, if he had any magic. It was so fast. I was just... He's in the room, and I didn't even bother to look at his resources. Wow, that is unfortunate. I hope he didn't misidentify the room. Is this P5 that linear? Am I just missing the junctions here? Sigil was out of lives. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I guess that's where that magic key's really coming in handy on Shatty's side, right? Not having to burn through fairy cast to get through all these doors. All right, Sigil's going to have his first gem placed here. 62 and some change. You got to take a death because he needs to cast fairy after the reflect spell as well. Yes, it is not an alarm for the delivery being here. Oh boy, a drop room. We've seen the landing room just one or two rooms behind us. Shatty's gonna take it. And there it is. There's the room we just saw. Yeah, I got dropped backwards there. There it is. All right. Karok down 62 minutes and 44 seconds. Up 45 seconds. We missed the gem pedestal there. 45 seconds, at least on the his own timer. His own timer. I'm sorry. He's got a big fat timer on his screen, which looks to be pretty in sync with the ZSR timer here. All right, Shatty just gonna get the jar, ferry over. Sigil is out. He's back to the west, and with the glove, he's probably just going to jump into 6 here in the middle of the caldera. My God, this 5 is whew. Another 4-way elevator here. I think we're going to see some loops real quick, or we're just going to run into Guma. We're not going to see any loops. I was going to say, we are running out of rooms to do anything in P5 with here. This looks like a gigantic P5 again, though. And this is definitely where you don't want to take any game overs or anything like that. Shatty's got at least one more life, if I'm not mistaken. That attack 6 doing just fine on Guma. Shielded, I'm assuming it might actually be a one-shot for him if life 6 is not amazing, even shielded. So probably not. Yeah, I was going to say probably not. He can take that hit. Now it's a one-shot. Don't get hit, Shatty. All right, takes care of Guma. Sigil about to walk into this 6. Yes, we're coming back into 6. We've not seen anything of 6 just yet because it was glove blocked, or it is glove blocked, and now we have the glove to get through. Although it looks very similar. It's got the same brick as P4, and it's got almost the same color. P4 I think was a little darker. All right, we're gonna go in. We're gonna go in for the life turn in now. After we go into P5, or the medicine turn in for the life spell, I should say. All right, so if we have a quick dragon after this, okay, we don't necessarily. Sigil's not gonna check down and right or right on the ground floor. He's just gonna go all the way up and right. Could be beneficial if Shatty checks the other rights, but then again, here's another elevator for Sigil, so this could be 6 again. Could be a gigantic palace, just like 5 is and was. Doesn't want to check the top. Okay, thinks twice. He's like, I gotta check all the way up. Gonna grab the key. Yeah, has still not been in Heart Container Cave. Yeah, I was about to land on that mace. The quick thinking there. Cast the fairy spell and don't die. All right, so P3 for Shatty. And we are back to the 4-way elevator room here. So we're on the left side of it. Sigil's not aware of this, but there is a 50-50 red jar in that statue head behind him. This is a dead end that he's in. He could get his, well, I'm pointing that out because he could get his magic refilled before taking the death, of course. He'd get his magic refilled in that, from that red jar. Then again, there could be a key back here. I did mention that there should be a small item in this particular room that doesn't have blocks falling from the sky. P3 probably not going to be too long. It tends to be our second smallest palace. So Rebanak probably not going to be too far away. I don't think we saw the item room just yet. All right, here's Rebanak for Shatty. We're going to see what this right is for Sigil. 1 up here in P6. Okay, there's our item. It is a pass-through item room, though, so we can maybe find the boss this way. We've got other junctions, though. There's several choices that Sigil's got right now. Corner strats for Shatty working out well. We got a pass-through Rebanak room here for Sigil. Gets a little warm-up session before he has to jump into P3. Fifth gem down for Shatty, 67.35-ish. Probably feeling pretty good with that pretty late glove pickup, right? I mean, that was he had already done 2 palaces, no glove in 1, no glove in 2. And even checked DM at that point, you know. He pretty much second to last, or third to last location did. We knew it was either trophy or something. I guess we didn't know it was the glove. Regardless, it was a pretty late pickup. All right, Sigil gets the dismount. He's got 1 hit left, and fortunately, oh boy, he gets hit in the shins. Has to try again. Shatty about to join him though. Although, unfortunately, I do have, I do put money on this, that these pass-throughs recently been burned a lot by pass-throughs going nowhere but dead ends. Pass-through boss rooms, that is, going nowhere but dead ends. We'll see what Shatty does here. He's on the same 4-way elevators above him, dead end to the right. Sigil went all the way up and right, looped around, had multiple options to choose from, but looped around to the left side of this room here that Shatty's in. All right, Shatty's just going to follow the exact same thing that Sigil did. Sigil only having attack 4 here. A little bit slower, but can get the corner strat here. There it is. Takes it out. Shatty doing exactly the same thing. Are you going to check all the way up? We still don't know what's down and right down there. Alright, so a pass-through here, not an elevator room just yet. I mean, this could just lead to Barba. Very nice down stab there from Sigil. That could have been a bop back into the lava. It is an elevator room. Like, we know that you can't loop around this direction because you obviously cannot reach the backside of a boss room. Another 4-way up there. I would check all the way up. That could be our dragon right up there. This could loop to the left side of that 4-way. It doesn't. Oh my god, there's so much over here. Sigil's like, I just don't know where to go. It's just... you gotta check all the way up, man. He might think he's back. There it is. There it is. There's our dragon. He might have thought, again, being an inexperienced runner, he might have felt that he was back at the beginning because of that 4-way elevator. So we've got 2 4-way elevators that have the same look to them, just at different spots in the same palace. Now, Shatty through the pass-through item room here. He's on the right path. This is going to be pass-through Rebo here. I like Sigil's. He's not afraid to just jump across, stab the dragon in the face right there. That's a good move. A lot of people like to be a little hesitant when they jump that middle pit to get over to Barba on the far side. Again, both of these runners very good Z1R runners. So if you're ever running any sort of game like this that has combat involved, and Z1R has combat involved as well, just a little different than Z2R. You got to have timing, right? You got to have good timing on those things in order to be good runners in these games. So he gets the kill. Not enough to get the level, unfortunately. It's going to have to just take the 1790 as it stands, which is life 6. Again, we saw Shatty let this ride to attack 5. We'll see if Sigil does the same. Shatty en route, though. I think that elevator up is the next room here for him. Not yet. It's one more. Sigil probably about to jump into P3, but we'll see if he goes in for the life spell out of Mito. He also picked up the medicine. Or, fingers crossed, everyone, that he checks Heart Container Cave right here as he exits out of the caldera. It's right there. Sigil, it's just north. Oh, God. Rip Magic Key. Shatty's about to find Barba. There it is. Shatty with the side jackhammer, as they call it. That attack 6 doing a lot better than the attack 4 for sure. Sigil did let it ride to attack 5. Okay. Shatty going to be getting 39.50 here. Not sure what that is. That could be life 8. It is Magic 6, and that is going to be 6 gems for Shatty at 73 minutes into the seed here. We got to go back to the maze, which is far away. I didn't even consider that Sigil isn't really punished for that. I said that earlier, that he's going to do more work to get to 2, cover more ground. But no, that's not true. He could leave 2 till last, right? He could leave 2 till last and then just cruise over to the maze, and that'll be that. But he's got still 4 more gems left to go. P3 is not going to be too long. P1's not going to be too long. P2 actually isn't too long, so not the end of the world, but P5 is pretty terrible. So, I mean, it's possible that Shatty just wrong locationed everything and that Sigil cruises in there. I don't think so, though. I think we had a very linear P5, and therefore I think both of our runners are just going to be simply punished by its length this time around with no options for shortcuts. Yeah, so the thing about Sigil not checking Heart Container Cave, it's he's got a tracker. He doesn't have Heart Container Cave. Oh wait. Well, he does have it marked off now, but he did get a hint. That's the thing, is he left it for so long. He just skipped by it. He did finally get a hint for it. There's actually a hint for Magic Key on the west, which would have been the one cave he didn't find. And it's interesting because we did see Fairy Cave very early on, so all 3 pass-throughs were found. It's possible that he does think it's a pass-through at this point, and it's just a useless pass-through. Or it's possible he thinks he already went into that cave because he hit grass tile, which is right there, grabbed whatever was there, and then walked away from it. Yep, P3 down for Sigil here, 3 gems. Shatty about to hit Maze Island, which is where GP is at today. So this P5, again, I don't think there's any shortcuts. We'll see if Sigil finds something, but I don't have high hopes for that. I think it was simply the item room that Shatty had shown us, and then pretty much a linear path. So 115.42, 75.42. I'll forget that number in a little bit here, but that's when Shatty's walking into GP here. No options in the beginning, linear off the bat. 2 enemies in here, possibly King Bot. There it is. Surprise. All right, first junction, another King Bot. Gets it, but gets him on the way down. Yeah, Sigil into the item room here, fighting the Horsehead monstrosity. All right, so we got 2 paths here. No Thunderbird yet. We are looking for Thunderbird. Again, Thunderbird being required. As long as you can find Thunderbird, you know you're on the right path. These terrible vertical dots here in this low floor room. They're going to eat through a full heart, but I think he's shielded there. Yeah, so only half a heart. But the lava does eat through all of your hearts. Unfortunately, 1 life down for Shatty. Coming in here with 5 lives, though. Oh, my God. Yeah, we'll see if Sigil can find this Goomba quickly. Okay, so there's a left here. I think Shatty might have gone up. I don't know how Sigil feels about his plays, though, right now. I don't know if he wants to go left. A back-to-back, same room here for Shatty. This This one's going to have enemies in it, though, not generators. It is nice that fiery shield today. You do get those free screen wide beams, so to speak. Yeah, just stand there, just kill the bird. It's the easiest way to do things. No reason to get fancy and try to skip it if you're not willing to cast jump. Okay, maybe Sigil is on a fast path here? I thought I remembered seeing the fairy glove block room here pretty early for Shatty, pretty close to Gooma's room. Or maybe it was a loop and I'm just crazy. I don't know what just happened to Sigil there. I thought he ferried through this. I looked away at Shatty for GP rooms here, but I totally missed what Sigil did. All right, so far it's been linear on Shatty's side. We do have another elevator up here. Okay, speaking of birds, there you go. You can leave the blue one up at the top, caged in. Red one is going to be out and about, though. We've got attack 6. I mean, we could just kind of hang out here and just kill it. Just keep upstabbing it as it jumps at us. I mean, if you're not really confident in fighting these guys, you know, there's no problem just killing them. Especially... That's fine, though. He leaves the bird behind. All right, maybe I do remember this room in Shatty's side as well, with the double little Goomas totally slowing down the room with their juggling act. Is this a fake out or is this a down stab? It is a real down stab block, okay. All right, another elevator here for Shatty. Is he going to take a hit? Oh, he's going to take a hit. He's going to break. He can't. Oh, gee. Ah. -1. Yeah, you should probably let the big bot out all the way instead of putting him into blocks like that. But he did just take 1 heart of damage. That's fine. All right, we got left upstairs, left right here, and a right down here. Another enemy down here. Could be a king bot. There it is. Surprise! Oh my god. Another waffle room with an elevator up. Okay. Alright, Shatty with a pretty good play there with the low, I don't know what you want to call that move, but the crouching jump stab in the low ceiling area, forcing the weapon into the chicken's hitbox. Also with a few jump stabs as well. So Sigil is on the right path. Don't take the drop. Just keep going. Keep cruising. And he'll be there soon enough. Oof. The fireballs are fine to get hit by from these Bago Bagos. They do a sliver of damage. The Bago Bagos, on the other hand, do a full heart if you're not shielded. So it's going to be terrible for Shatty if this is like a dead end or something, because he's likely going to up and A. He came in here with a lot of resources, a lot of extra lives, but if he gets forced into up and A'ing, then look at that Sigil with the pro move with the heads going across the gap like that. Unfortunately, looks like he took the drop. I think he came back and took the drop. Okay, that is unfortunate because he's going through this room again. Yeah, this is the elevator, just up and right for Sigil. Wow, this is one hell of a path that Shatty is on. And if this is a dead end, dude, this is going to feel absolutely terrible. We are on the left side of one of our junctions. We have looped around. He can go up and left, and I think down and right was what he chose the first time. Yep, so he can go up and left only from right here. Yeah, unfortunately here's a dead end. He's going to try to get through this bird. That's... Well, he does get it, though. Alright, so he does recognize up and left here. There are a few places you could get a 50-50 red jar, unfortunately. That's a lot of magic that he died with there. He could have cast life a few times. Or, I guess I don't know how much life is to cast, and I don't know how much it refills, so... But these bubbles, again, are doing a full-hearted damage unshielded. There's Guma down for Sigil. Dead end for Shatty, so this is all nothing over here. Yeah, that is an up and A. But all those lives got him that far, so... You know, do we think he would have made it that far with just 2 lives? He did take a few deaths along the way, so probably not. So that's kind of... I mean, if anything, if there's any... You know, if there's any lights at the end of the tunnel there, that long looping dead end, you know, at least he has that information that he doesn't have to go back that way, because if he had died and game overed somewhere in that terrible section, you know, you might be inclined to go back that direction. So he's got a down and right here. Still doesn't want it. He's going to stay high. Nice little slip up to the top there. Yeah, I don't know if there were any... Don't remember there being any junctions over there. I think this is the path. So, honestly, if Sigil was closer to Shatty and he could just take this down and right, I think this is just simply going to be our path. Double birds, though. Again, we're just going to bring him to the floor and take care of him. That is the way to go. Again, if you're not willing to jump over him. A little tricky to jump over the first one. He's got to bring him to the floor, though. If you're trying to stab, an enemy who bounces, you're just going to keep whiffing. And you don't want to keep whiffing while this guy's throwing beams at you from the other side. Shatty showing some anger. Yeah, Sigil needs 1 and 2, and honestly, he's on, again, a linear path, a linear route, just to go to 1 in the volcano, 2, which, again, I'm not entirely sure if he has seen, but it's over on the west side of the east, and it's not that long either. It's the first elevator, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, shit, he's brought the bluebird in with him. We got to bring that guy back. He might get himself in trouble and end up breaking those blocks and falling in the lava, but no, he did not. Okay, hoping we got something in this room. We do have some dots. Alright, Sigil into P1. Alright, this room could be tough for Shatty if there's any birds in here. Low ceiling, and they get... Okay, they're nice. They're acting nice. He's going to get it. Oh, look how kind they are. Downstab block for Shatty here. Horse head for Sigil. Hopefully he doesn't look for any items. He needs to just go. This elevator could be our Thunderbird, though. We've seen a lot of rooms in this GP. Not yet. Could be here. Here it is. Shatty shaking his head, unhappy with Thunderbird's location in this palace. All right, so Sigil out of 1. Unfortunately, this is given Shatty's had so much time to really full map this place. If this were any closer, this would be probably a lot different. Shatty getting clipped in the corner there. Attack 6. Probably going to be just fine on this fight. Ooh, ah. Catches another fireball. Last life, yes. So now the question is, does Sigil know where P2 is at? We're going full-on Shield, Reflect, and Thunder. Thunder only 60. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm going to say Sigil has not seen P2. He's up here looking at the top side of this west half of our eastern continent. And it is it's a southeast corner on this side. All right, easy Thunderbird so far. 1 hit, no problem, no big deal. Gonna reset. Gotta reset it. Nope, a little early. As I say, he pulled out just a scotch early there, Thunderbird. psychological games. They're throwing the fire near the edge of the screen. You're like, is this going to hit me in the corner? A lot of times, most of the time, it just goes off the edge and doesn't hit you. There it is. Thunderbird down. As Sigil walks into P2. Honestly, at this point, like, what separates them is Sigil's out of logic P4 dig. Like, I don't know what was going on there, but he spent so much time in P4. That is probably what separates these two runners. The Shetty walks into Darkling's room immediately after Thunderbird. I think that was a full clear of GP. But this is going to be a GG. Even if he dies here in game overs, that's a lot of hits. I highly doubt that's going to happen. But even if that does happen, he's got very good knowledge of GP, and he'll be back here very shortly, not having to worry about killing Thunderbird again. One more hit for Darkling. All right. That is going to be GG for Shatty. Official race time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, 35 seconds. And a little bit of a spoiler alert here. Sigil is going to throw in the towel just about 30 seconds, 40 seconds after that. I'm sure we'll get both of them in the race room here to talk about this one. Started out pretty forgiving with that magic key. Jump right off the bat so that when they saw Nito, they can get the downstab technique. Oh, that was very nice. That was all very nice for our runners. But unfortunately, Sigil did miss the magic key there. Both of our runners joining us here. GG to both of you.
GG, Shatty.
Yo, GG's, well done.
Phenomenal Z1R race here tonight, gents.
I find that hard to believe.
I don't believe that.
No, it was, well, I mean, you both, okay, well, here's what I'll say. Given everything that occurred, I would say overall, Sigil, from your angle, you jumped into P4 without the reflex spell, and you dug in there for a huge amount of time, really getting nothing out of there other than the heart that was in there. And I think out of everything, the time that separates you two there, I think that dig right there really, if you hadn't done that, I think that would have really closed the gap between you two.
Yeah, at that point, I was just hoping for something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the other thing that slowed you down overall throughout the entire seed would have been the lack of the magic key there. That heart container cave was right next to the grass tile as you came out of the caldera, and you never got yourself back in there after walking by it the first time, and you even had a hint for it later down the line. So you had to keep casting fairy throughout all the doors and everything the entire time. Whereas Shatty had that pretty early on and never really had to worry about any magic costs whatsoever, other than just being able to cast Reflect in P4 for the most part, or Shield, or at some point later Life Spell.
I think I got confused with that with the pass through.
That's what chat was saying. They were thinking that you might have thought there was a pass through there. You saw Fairy Cave very early on, and so it's possible that you just left that out of your mind, that this would have been another pass through, and it's not actually anything. But I think those two things combined were the two main reasons that where you're at now versus Shatty's finish. But Shatty, you were in GP for a little while. It was a good GP.
Someday I'm going to go the right way. Today is not that good.
I don't have any tutorials for that one. I cannot help with going the right way in GP, that's for sure.
I thought it was hosed once I got to the end there.
Yeah, that was a pretty long and linear path, and it all just looped into itself. But it's good on you for recognizing that you were into that loop there on that 3-level elevator, and you had already gone down and right. You came back. You went down and right. You came back to the middle section, and then you went up. You kind of checked to the right there, just a dead end, and then you came back up and went left and saw that it was another dead end there, and then you were up and A from there. But that was a hell of a linear path to that last little section. That was a super troll. That was terrible. But yeah, dude.
I think there were like other ways I passed up on the way there too. Like
Were there? I wasn't sure.
Thunderbird and Link were like breaks, basically.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple, just exactly the first branch, just go the right way and it's all right there, right? And it's just like that's a big fear. That's a big fear. Like when you're in these, you don't know where your opponent's at, you don't know, you went up and right, and then anyone else could have taken the other path there, and then that's it, right? That's it. And kind of feels bad. I mean, you guys are used to level 9s and Z1R though, kind of being crazy like that at times.
Equalizer.
Yeah. But I
I
think,
mean, it happens. What are you gonna do?
yeah, I mean, was there anything that, from your perspective, we'll start with Shatty, from that like really trolled you there? Anything? I mean, glove location was a little late. Glove pickup was a little late, but I mean, neither one of you were fast to get to that. Both of you were you were there first, Shatty, but then Sigil was not too far behind.
Yeah, glove for sure. With needing the 7 jars.
Yeah.
Just I have so much trouble just getting going. The first half an hour is usually such a trouble-filled area for me, and then once I have a few levels and down stab, then I feel like I'm good. It's really gotta get better at the game, getting those levels quicker.
Yeah, I was mentioning at the beginning here, the first spell y'all pick up was Jump, and I'm like, well, they're gonna like that because they're gonna see Mito and be able to get an immediate down stab. It's always a comforting spell pickup there, right in the west before you see anything else.
It's literally the first thought that went through my head.
Same here.
And then then the magic key, Shatty, you picked that up on a hard container cave, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna be off to the races soon. We did see that glove block in 6, and I don't know if we saw a glove block anywhere else. We were able to do at least 1 and 2 and 4 without any glove block. 6 having that immediate glove block. 3, I have no idea. 5, I have no idea.
Yeah, definitely 6. It's hard, right? Once you have it, you tend to notice it less.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean,
missed like level 4 and the water tile. My first trip to the east, they were like right there. Boots certainly helped get up there.
yeah, so funny enough, Sigil saw that. He took the Pastor Cave up north there, showed us the water tile, and then that was P4, and that's kind of when he started to dig into P4, looking for an item. It was just a heart container in there at the end of it all. And unfortunately, Sigil, you actually saw that item room very early on in your dig through P4. And had you seen that earlier, you probably would have just been out of there with that heart and then on your way. But unfortunately, it's a community item room. And it's something that, there's a lot of rooms that newer runners have to kind of learn the look of them and everything. And that was just one that was that quick little claustrophobic elevator that has the item on the left-hand side of it. And yeah, that trolled you for like the entire thing because you were everywhere else in that palace at that point and just looking for an item doing something.
When I went back there for like the umpteenth time, I was like, wait a minute, that's the item room.
Yeah. Yeah, and at that point we hadn't seen the glove, and there was no hint for the glove today. So, I mean, it could have been anything like that. So, but at the end of the day, it was just another heart.
I was hoping for a magic container.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That could have been that as well. I mean, we got the hint that Guma had a magic container, but then that last final magic container was, MIA. We had no location on it until you were both in Death Mountain, and Shatty was into Hammer Cave first, showed us the magic container, and then had to go find the rock. And then you were, again, very close behind him at that point, but he had already placed the gems in 1 and 2. So even though you got the glove just a little bit after he did, he already had 2 palaces down, and that was kind of like the catch up from there. Everything was pretty much open and free for Shatty, whereas you still had that 1 and 2. But it wasn't the worst thing in the world because your routing took you in. It was good for you because the routing, when you had to go back to GP, you then just did 1 and did 2, and then you could just walk to Maze Island, right? So that wasn't that bad of a play, and there really wasn't anything to get out of 1 and 2. I forget what was in 2, but I'm pretty sure 1 was just another heart.
Yeah. I remember if I saw. Oh no, I did see what was in 2. I just don't remember what it was. I didn't mark.
Yeah, according to your tracker, everything is a magic container, so.
Yeah, I just mark when I get the item. I did get it. I don't know if I do that.
Yeah, you were placing gems, but you wanted different levels than what you were about to get from the gem placement. So you actually backed out of 1 and 2's boss room to go try to get through, or try to get other levels there. And it didn't seem to work out in 2, but you did let, what was that? I think you let it ride out of 2 into attack 5, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly.
I don't think it really. That's the same thing, right? It's just it's so nervous at the beginning and wanting all these levels, just place and go, and instead just wasting all of his time farming the little floor guys at 10 a pop just to try to get there.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Just place and go, just go, man.
But I will say that sometimes that does help. We did see Barbot attack 4 on Sigil's side before you came in there with attack 6, and a Barbot attack 4 took a handful of more swings than your Barbot attack 6. So all of that did end up kind of helping at the end, but you know how much time it really saved versus how much time you spent screwing around trying to get those levels. You're right. Sometimes it does come down to place it and go. But it's a hard call to make at times in the early game like that. It certainly is.
Yeah, right. Because it's like I know I can get there, and the enemy set is rather easy. But yeah, there's just no enemies, or not enough enemies. Just you're wasting so much time. You feel it too. I mean, you just feel the clock ticking away. Come on.
Well, I'm not really sure there's anything else in this seed. It felt fairly straightforward, just clearing the overworld. Again, just Sigil's play into 4, and I forgot what else I said. Oh, the lack of the magic key there. It was really the only slowdown overall. This not having that magic key is something that can just whittle away at your time, where if you're constantly having to rely on fairy, and you did have to take a death or 2 along the way to get those fairy that magic back, and that's where Shatty would have just cruised through those rooms with the key, not even thinking twice about it. But yeah, I mean, other than that, everything seemed fine. You just cleared the overworld, did your thing, and again, the glove was really the most important item in this seed, as it usually tends to be. And even though Sigil, you were placing the gems at the same time. I mean, you found the glove at essentially the same time. So had Shatty not taken the gambles on 1 and 2, and who knows, they could have been glove blocked from his perspective. So he might have not made any time up.
Yeah, I was
those gems.
I was afraid they were glove blocked. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the glove block in 6.
And that's a good call. Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, I don't have the deets on this. How much Z2R have you done before this tournament here?
Just part of the upstarts.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was referring to use a slightly less experienced runner, but not 100% sure. Now I have confirmation. I don't feel bad for saying that. But yeah, mistakes on your side, absolutely expect to hear do. But you're looking good out there. And GG's to both of you. I think Pix is about to kick us off here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for the restream and the comms.
Yeah, thank both of you for agreeing to be on Restream. You make sure to follow our runners, Shatty and Sigil, for putting on a great race for us. Also, thank you to Mirai for doing all of our commentating, and BT Slacker for handling the tracking duty for us. That is going to be the end of the night here on CSR, but we are going to be back on Thursday with even more Z2R. There is actually, we might even be back tomorrow. It looks like there is a race between Alsoa and Pickles and Beer kicking off tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. as well as another one with Nim and Dr. J, PhD. So we will see if we have some volunteers and try to bring that for you here somewhere on the ZSR family of brands. And then also 4 races going off on Thursday. So there's a lot of Z2R coming up, and that is going to probably cover us until until the weekend. So with that, we are going to call it here. Did not see anyone playing Z2, so we're going to go visit someone that is playing Z3. Sleepy is doing some glitch logic, Link to the Past, so you'll see some pretty cool tricks over there. And with that, thank you, everyone.